Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jacob here today, and welcome back to BRO WTF. Today is special as we have a list today, a structured list. Alright, so these are going to be games that I want to see from the Star Wars games. This is kind of bouncing off the first episode we did of BRO WTF. Starting off at number 1, I really want to see a bounty hunter game. I know we have the Jango Fett bounty hunter game, but I want a real bounty hunter game. I want it to be like, I want it to feel like Prey 2. I feel like it would be really cool to be on Coruscant, like after the downfall of the Empire, and you go around and you hunt down the officials or the old generals, and you just pew pew them, you take them out, and it'll be great, it'd be a lot of fun. We had Star Wars 13 at one point, and you would have been a young Jango Fett there. Sounds interesting, could have been fun, but I especially don't want the game to take place on another desert planet. If it does end up going to a desert planet, please just be Tatooine. Ugh. I don't want to go back to Jakku. It's just a less interesting Tatooine. Jakku only has one son. Tatooine has two. And I know 2 sons is technically more common. But, let us win sometimes. I just really want to be a bounty hunter in the Coruscant area or in the big city, because I remember the scene in Star Wars Rogue One where Cassian, was that his name? Where Cassian's down there with the guy. And he's like, oh no, that's it. And he just shoots another guy. And then it's down. We haven't seen a whole lot of Coruscant in the Star Wars universe yet. Especially in games or movies. Like outside of the Jedi Temple. Alright, number 2 on my list is I want some sort of continuation of Star Wars Republic Commando. We don't need to see the same squad. But if we want an actual continuation, it should be the same squad. I don't remember when Star Wars Republic Commando takes place. I don't remember if it's even canon at this point. But I think it would be fun to go back to Delta Squad. It would be really fun to go back to Delta Squad. I know at some point there was talks of Imperial Commando, and that sounds interesting. I mean, EA, think about it. You could make a multiplayer component of the game, and you could treat that as a live service, and it would be cool. It would be fun and interesting. No loot boxes, though. Please, none of that. Alright, number 3 on my list. I would love to see a new game set in the Old Republic. I know we have the MMORPG, but I'd love to see another entry in the Knights of the Old Republic series, a continuation of where we left off in Knights of the Old Republic 2. I know Oblivion's CEO at one point expressed interest in continuing the storyline as they had a trilogy planned out for it, and I'd love to see where they'd take it from there. And I'd also love to see it updated for the modern day, and I wouldn't mind if they kept the same combat system as they had previously, but I'd also love to see the combat system expanded upon, kind of like what they did with the Final Fantasy VII remake. I'd love to see something like that. I really don't know who would make it, though. EA has the exclusive license, and I don't think they're super keen on giving it away. BioWare's been less than stellar throughout the past few years and their last few attempts at games. But I am holding out hope that something might happen between Microsoft and EA, and Obsidian might be able to do something, because EA and Microsoft seem to be playing nice together with Game Pass, including EA Access or EA Play, whatever that's called. I would love to see that happen. So at one point, it does sound like Knights of the Old Republic 3 was in development, or it was just in talks, but the game was shut down due to internal politics, kind of like a game I referenced last week, if you remember. Number 4 on my list is a real lightsaber game. Lightsabers aren't wiffle ball bats. I know it's unlikely to happen, and we just get hints towards it and everything, but I'd love to see an actual game that allows you to actually slice and dice with a lightsaber. But the only thing is, I just know people would be upset that there's an M-rated Star Wars game and people would buy it for their kids and they'd be upset because they're chopping up people. But come on, just make it happen, please. I don't want to keep getting mods for everything. Release a cool game. Some of your games say blood and gore on the back of them. Embrace it and just let us dismember everything, please. Number 5 on my list is I really want to see a game that does revolve around Tatooine, specifically focusing on the Hutt Cartel. I know earlier I said I didn't want to see anything involving Tatooine, or I sort of implied it, but I do think it would be cool to have like a mafia type game set in the Star Wars universe, and I think the Hutt Cartel is the best way to do that. And there are some pretty interesting things you could do. You know, you could work up through Jabba's ranks, you know, fix pod races. Maybe you could tie into the bounty hunter game. I know there's a plot line where there's a coup on Mandalore. I mean, it doesn't have to be connected. I'm just saying it would be interesting if you were a part of that. Or maybe something leading up to that. Or if you were a smuggler for the Hutt Cartel. All I'm saying is I want something involving the Hutt Cartel and being a criminal. I want to see more of the seedy side of Star Wars. Yeah. Anyways, though, generally speaking, all I want are some single-player Star Wars games. One of the big 4 Star Wars games EA has released has been a single-player focused game, and it was Respawn's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I want to see more of that. It was uber successful. Come on, just give us more single-player experiences. More people are going to be on board with it, and it's going to be more exciting, and you're going to get more people that buy Star Wars. I'd love it, and I'd be on board with the idea of EA making more Star Wars if we saw more single-player focused games. Until that happens, I don't have a whole lot to say about the Star Wars games going forward, except I'm excited to see where Respawn takes the Jedi Fallen Order series of games. Yeah, make single-player games. Anyway, this has been Bro WTF. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I'll see you next time. Build it.